What's good, folks? It's your boy here, Jordan Bond. You also known as Just Small. Get right back into it today with yet another reaction. And today we're going to be reacting to the top 10 dark Simpsons predictions of 2021. So I remember growing up watching The Simpsons. As I got older, I kind of fell off it. It just didn't have the same sauce anymore. I think a bit of my humour changed as well, and then I kind of fell towards more Family Guy because I felt like that show was a little bit more darker with the darker humour and the more subtle humour at times. Simpsons, it kind of lost its flair for me, but I still like to go back every so often and actually look at some old episodes. So we're going to be looking at some really weird predictions that Simpsons have done. Like the Simpsons have been amazing for years at predicting shit. Like the amount of things that the writer has predicted, like it's ridiculous. Some of the things that he's come out with and that have happened, and some of them are just outrageous. You're like, eh? But nonetheless, let's get straight back into this. Let's get into this reaction. If you are somehow new here, my name is Jordan Mon, you also known as Just Small. Let's get straight into this. Let's go.
It's no secret that The Simpsons has a knack for calling out the future. Some of them seem kind of silly, like the three-eyed fish, like the one that was discovered in the Atlantic. It was a very simple mutation, and with millions of fish out in the sea, it was only a matter of time. But others are much more spot on, like Trump becoming president. Hello again, Most Amazing Top 10.
Yeah, they predicted that.
And welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. Today we're going to be looking into our Springfieldian crystal ball with our list of top 10 scary Simpsons predictions for 2021. If any of you at home would like some more top 10 content, you should check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And stick around until the end of this list, because I'm going to be answering some questions from my Instagram inbox. If you want me to answer your question, you can hit me up through the gram. Without taking any longer, let's get into this list. Coming in at number 10, we have Robot Takeover. The Simpsons was constantly doing social commentary and references to movies and other forms of media, so it should be no surprise that they had an episode that was very much in the vein of Jurassic Park meets Terminator. The family goes to visit the brand new Itchy and Scratchy Land, and while they're there, the robots go rogue and try to kill everyone in the park. Obviously, the family manages to make it out with all their pieces intact. Now, could this robot takeover be around the corner? We have more automation in parts of our lives than ever before. I mean, the cars are self-driving now. With the global pandemic happening, it would seem that the push to have automation more available is coming even faster. So we're going to have more versions of robots everywhere, which would make the world ripe for a robot takeover in 2021. Coming in at number...
Yeah, technology nowadays has improved massively, but it still needs a big bump to get anything anywhere near like that, because the technology that we do have, although it's very good, it's still God knows how long away for it to ever get kind of anywhere near like the way that The Simpsons had it in their episode. So yeah, I think we're all right for now. I don't think that would happen for a very long time, if not ever happen. Yeah, but if it ever did, yeah, we'd be done for.
With virtual reality food. The world of VR is constantly growing, and people are trying to find the killer application that will send this tech into the loving arms of the mainstream. The people who make VR tech want every family to have some sort of headset in their home so they can get hooked up to a digital landscape whenever they want. VR food was showcased in one episode of The Simpsons, where we take a peek into the future. In their world, it was 2030, but with VR already coming in hot, there's a good chance that we could see something like this next year. There's already cruise ship companies that have been putting together entire VR cruise experiences because people can no longer travel via cruise ship thanks to the coronavirus. So now they want to sell you the whole experience via headset. You could walk through the halls of a beautiful boat, see sun shining down on you. There's also an entire...
There's already stuff like this in the world. That came like a year or two ago, if not a little bit, like 2018, 2019. And then kind of extended it more in 2020. So it's already happened with VR. It's already happened with it all. So I think if you're on about to a scale of it actually being in an actual world, like in Ready Player One style, then yeah, but God knows how long away from getting that. But yeah, we've already pretty much gone and done this.
Your dining experience. Obviously, you can't taste the food, but I wonder if down the road we'll get VR nose plugs that will shoot smells into our nose, and then you have something to put on your tongue that stimulates your taste buds. Why is this scary? Because I don't want people to take food away from me. I don't need that in my life. Coming in at number 8, we have the Baby Translator. Those of you who are fans of some of the original episodes of The Simpsons will remember Homer's brother Herb. He was the guy who was really making a name for himself and basically was the opposite of Homer. He was a go-getter, he was intelligent, and had a full head of hair. In one episode, Herb throws together a baby translator so that people can talk to their little goo bags, and it works perfectly on Maggie. Now, this might sound kind of strange, but tech similar to this has worked for a while. In China, there have been a series of apps that are supposed to help you understand your baby better. Most of these apps work on the noises that babies make by deciphering what the child needs. Are they hungry? Are they sleepy? Did they just poop their pants? So next year I wouldn't be surprised if we saw
there's only a certain amount that
West.
people
This could be
can do.
very scary because the more we bring technology in between us and our kids, the more we're going to lose our parental instincts. But maybe instincts are a thing of the past and we all got to be automated from here on out. Coming in at number 7, we have holographic mail. Now, The Simpsons definitely isn't the first form of media to predict holograms, and they won't be the last, but they have showcased some future tech of holograms, and it would seem that this tech is right on the horizon. A few years ago, Microsoft showcased some augmented reality tech. They showed Minecraft just appearing on a table, and it was mind-blowing. On top of that, there's the new cube wall in South Korea.
This huge 80 by 20 meter wave trapped inside what appears to be an aquarium is a public art installation displayed on South Korea's...
That's mad.
That is so insane. You could have a full-on 3D representation of people in your home if you had something like that in your living room. The only scary part about this would be someone sending unsolicited nudes through one of these bad boys.
Yeah.
It would be pretty horrifying to have a
You just know Brits would do it. You know the us Brits, but our humour is brilliant. Our sarcasm is even more so. So if we get that opportunity and we get to do that, then trust me, we're gonna do it. Say like you're with the, you know, your mates with with their missus, and you just send them a cheeky like it's gonna happen. Especially if we ever get to that stage, us Brits would be on that. Like that.
6-foot 3D penis just show up in your house from an unknown stranger who sent it via a blocked number. And if you don't think that's going to happen, then you have too much faith in humanity. I'm waiting for someone to hack the cue ball to show something perverted to thousands of people. Coming in at number 6, we have releasing a species into space. One of the most famous episodes of The Simpsons is when Homer gets to go to space. And what does Homer do while he's up in space? Well, he unleashes an ant colony on the people in the ship, and it would seem that all hell has broken loose. Now, this could be something we'll see in the next year. We know that SpaceX wants to go to Mars super bad, and if they send people up there, it will most likely be a one-way trip. They might tell you you're going to come back, but I highly doubt that. So I could see someone bringing a pet along with them so they have some company while they're on this crazy voyage. What happens when they get to Mars? Well, would the ants be able to survive the trip? I have no idea. But I don't want to find out what happens to ants if they come in contact with aliens and get mutated into some sort of super ants that can survive on Mars, and then the whole planet is run by ants. Coming in at number 5, we have Bigfoot is discovered. I mean, that would be par for the course with everything that has been going on in the world. It wouldn't necessarily be bad, but it would just be insane. Well, in one episode of The Simpsons back in 2002, Bart witnesses a Bigfoot just walking around to the public when he's up in Canada. So will this happen? Will the mysterious ape-man be discovered in the Great White North? Well, maybe we already have discovered him up here, and we just haven't told you guys because it's the biggest secret in Canada. Maybe everyone knows about Bigfoot up here, and we just don't tell the rest of you because it can't be trusted. Coming in at number 4, we have the merchant
that'd be mad. Like, what the world's gone through lately has been mental. So imagine something like Bigfoot, like it existed. I mean, it wouldn't be unbelievable. There have been so many unbelievable beasts and creatures that have roamed the earth, even now. So yeah, it wouldn't be so unbelievable that it couldn't be true.
Now I don't know if we'll see all networks get sucked into one, but there have been a lot of acquisitions over the last few years. Disney is out buying up any property that gives its viewers the slightest hint of nostalgia, and a lot of networks are in dire strait right now because the ability to make content has been halted thanks to a global pandemic. So we could see a lot of big networks go out of business or come close to bankruptcy. They might try to save themselves by merging into one massive entity. We see this on one episode of The Simpsons where we get a glimpse into the future, and the major news network has become CNN, BS, a division of ABC. Now, why would this be spooky? Well, it's already hard to get the facts from major news sources. All they really care about is ratings. It seems like journalistic integrity is out the window. Now, what would the...
Yeah, to be fair, the journalism that you see nowadays is absolutely friggin' horrific. Like, not good whatsoever.
If one major face had a monopoly on news, that wouldn't be a pretty world to live in. Coming in at number 3, we have a billionaire will try and control the sun. It's not surprising that the super rich are constantly doing things to try and profit off.
I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the craziest thing I've heard.
And the people who live on it. Very few of them care about the cost of doing business unless the cost is actual dollar signs. Well, in one episode of The Simpsons, Mr. Burns blocks out the sun so that all of Springfield has to use the power plant energy 24 hours a day. This could be the next big move for the rich and evil. They are already cutting down swaths of the rainforest, which is causing forest fires because there's less moisture in the air, therefore less clouds because vegetation produces a ton of vapor. They've poisoned water supplies around the world, so the next thing they could be trying to control is whether or not you're allowed to be in the sun. Coming in at number 2, we have environmental disasters. In the Simpsons movie, the launch pad for the movie's conflict is when Homer is throwing out pig poop into the Springfield Lake.
That's the movie. That's the movie.
In the air, therefore less clouds because vegetation produces a ton of vapor. They've poisoned water supplies around the world, so the next thing they could be trying to control is whether or not
Did he say episode?
In the sun. Coming in at number 2, we have environmental disasters. In the Simpsons movie, the launch pad for the movie's
God he said the
conflict is when
movie. Because I felt like he said episode there. I was like, it's not an episode.
Homer is throwing out pig poop into the Springfield Lake. This is already a cesspool of disease, and the added poop sends Springfield into a mode of environmental disaster. We could see something like this again in 2021. I mean, probably. There's basically been some sort of environmental catastrophe every year for who knows how long. There was the water in Flint, Michigan, the forest fires in California, the fires in Australia, the BP oil spill. The list goes on and on. So
yeah, that's mad when you think about it.
Cause all of us to be on high alert because we've done some serious damage to our gentle planet once again. Well, it would seem that could be true. I really hope not, because I don't know how many more punches to the gut the planet can take before its knees start to buckle. All right, and coming in at the number 1 spot, we have the Dome. Running off our last in the same Simpsons movie, we have the entire town quarantined because of this environmental disaster. Now, most of the world is in some level of quarantine, whether it be indoor dining, everyone working from home, or you're like Florida and you don't have any sort of lockdown procedures, and the state just gave the okay to sell out Dolphin Stadium. That is crazy. Well, if things keep getting worse in some places, maybe we'll see the most intense of all lockdown procedures. The Dome. In the Simpsons movie, the entire town is locked under a massive dome that makes sure no one can get in or out of the city. Could this happen somewhere in the world? Perhaps somewhere where the coronavirus has gotten out of control, or maybe the virus mutates along the line and an entire city or country needs to be closed down. The military flies in a dome and locks the city away in a forced quarantine. If that happens, you better start stockpiling on canned food because that's a very scary future. All right, everyone, that has been our list. Now I'm going to answer some questions from my Instagram inbox. Glowing X Granger wrote in and asked, are you going to do more SCP videos? Without a doubt, we'll do more SCP videos. We always got new SCP content coming along. Daniel Messine wrote in and asked,
all right. Well, we'll end it there. That was quite interesting to see some of the predictions that were made. There's been some more crazy ones over the years that they have got right. Yeah, so the Dome one is quite scary. Like, you can imagine there will be some place you could, you think about it all and you're like, Jesus Christ, what if there is some poor bloody place that ever gets to be in that predicament, you know. Mad. That is. Yeah, I'm just trying to like watch it instead of pausing it as much now, and it's kind of, that one was kind of mad. It's kind of muffling with my brain. Some of them I didn't know that they predicted, because like I said, I fell off The Simpsons a fair few years ago. Yeah, but that's pretty much it from me now, folks. Thank you all ever so much for watching. If you are somehow new here, do not hesitate to click subscribe, click the notification bell, and click that like button so you never miss an upload and you thoroughly enjoy what you've seen. And yeah, get down in the comment section down below and tell me what you enjoyed about today's video and where we can improve for this year. That's going to be it for me for now, folks. I'll see you all next time. See you now, take care, and I'm always waiting for you.